how can I say thanks for the things that you mean to me? Well, how can I say thanks for the things I've refused to see? Well, I know that you will show me, and that someday I will see a part of me that will never end, the love you've given me. Well, how can I say thanks?
Tom and Marye Kate Aldridge first came to Oklahoma in 1927. The newlyweds, unable to find a job with a future in Tom's hometown of Plano, Texas, started looking around. A tavern salesman told Tom of a new company being formed in Oklahoma by C.R. Anthony. Tom lost no time in contacting Mr. Anthony and obtaining employment not only for himself, but also for his bride. Loading all of their worldly goods on the back of a Model T Ford, they crossed the Red River with little more than high hopes and a willingness to work to achieve their success. 60 years later, the C.R. Anthony Company was sold. Tom, who advanced to the positions of vice president and director of the company, suddenly found that his shares in the company that he had helped to build were worth a fortune. It was their desire to leave behind them, at their death, a bequest to the people of Oklahoma that had provided them an opportunity to succeed. In their estate plans, besides generous gift to Oklahoma Goodwill Industries, World Neighbors, and the YMCA, they provided for the funding of a charitable and educational foundation. This foundation is designed to provide a new generation with opportunities for building their own success. Marye Kate was educated to be a teacher. She truly believed that the only thing that a person can truly possess is an education. Everything else springs from how that knowledge is put to use. Currently, the foundation funds ongoing scholarship programs at the University of Oklahoma, the University of Central Oklahoma, Oklahoma State University at Oklahoma City, and Rogers State University in Claremore. We also support the National Institute for Developmental Delays. We do youth and senior citizens program, a library in Lone Oak, Texas, which was Mother's hometown, and also fund innovative teaching methods in both public and private schools. One of the things that we're proudest of, El Rey, is the Selman Living Lab and our participation in this. This all started when Rusty saw in the newspaper that Dr. Bill Kerr had an article on the Mexican free-tailed bat, and that he had been doing some studies up there in the gypsum caves in northwest Oklahoma. Well, Rusty used to spelunk up in those gypsum caves, so he went and talked to Bill, and Bill shared with him his idea that the Selman family had given some land and sold some land to the University of Central Oklahoma for the purpose of a living laboratory. And he was trying to get started with this. And he said, "How would you do it?" And I said, "Well, how would you eat an elephant? One bite at a time." So the first bite was a telescope, an astronomy program. And the foundation helped to buy a telescope for the Living Lab. And when that happened, why, somebody donated the dome to keep it in, and somebody else donated the stand for it. And all of a sudden, we were 3 bites down on the elephant. Since that time, it has become a multidisciplinary study in astronomy, mammalogy, botany, and there's even a Paleo-Indian site for archaeology. We're very proud of our part in that and our relationship with Dr. Bill Kerr. My grandmother used to come in, and she spent time with her various children, and grandmother had been in an automobile accident and had been terribly injured. And she found that or at least she said she found that the dishwater was comforting to her sore arms, and so she usually handled the dishes. Mom did the cooking, Nanny did the cleaning, and I did the eating. Tom Aldridge was a little big man. He always said that the big fella has the advantage. The little apple has to shine much brighter or it will not be chosen when it's beside the big apple. So he spent his life being the little apple that shined. Mom was a reader, and she taught us to read. I can remember her reading to me from A.A. Milne's book, Winnie the Pooh, and we would laugh together. And I also remember that my youngsters also got the same treatment. When I went off to college, Dad told me 3 things that I would learn. He said, you learn how to make a white shirt last more than 1 day. You learn how much beer you can drink without making a fool of yourself. And you will learn that all knowledge does not come from books. One of the purposes of our scholarship programs is to provide the young people who are our scholars with the opportunity to learn some of these leadership positions, not have to work just to stay in school. Part of my job as chairman of the foundation was to come up with a mission statement. So here's what I came up with. Tom and Marye Kate Aldridge shall, through the charitable grants, provide means whereby individuals can improve their lives and by attaining their fullest potential, help to improve the community in which they live. In order to achieve this, I have involved my children, who are Tom and Marye's grandchildren, and their children, who are Tom and Marye's great-grandchildren, in the work of the foundation. We hope to continue to improve the community by giving the people an opportunity to attain their fullest potential as long as there are Aldridges around.
Well, how can I say thanks for the things that you've given me? Well, how can I say thanks to a man who gave his life for me? I can tell you that I love you, and I know it's true. The way you really care for me, and the way that I